Hello, everybody. Russell Hill with episode 2 of What the Fixed Ops with my co-host, Charity and Niko. Welcome, Charity. Niko.
Thanks for joining us on episode 2. What are we talking about today, Russell?
We're talking about sacrifices. All of us know a lot about sacrifices. And, as these episodes continue, we're going to have some guests and stuff on, but we thought it's appropriate right now at the first of the year to talk about sacrifices and what it takes to move to the next level.
So, Russell, we have all had sacrifices in the last few years. So what is a sacrifice to you? And what does it mean to you in life and business and relationships?
Well, it's really important you say that. So, I like this. Success is a progressive realization of a worthwhile dream. And a dream has to have goals, and goals can't be just vapor. They need to be on paper. This is really important. So I know, we talk about a lot of things, and I love talking about this kind of stuff, particularly during the pandemic and with COVID. This has touched all of our lives. If not us directly, it certainly has indirectly with our immediate family or friends, neighbors, and relatives. So we've all had to make a lot of sacrifices of not necessarily going to meetings, but doing Zoom meetings. There's a lot of different things out there. And I know this, 2022 is a new year. So happy new year to all of you from What the Fixed Ops crew. But it's a new year with new opportunities, new technology, and new sacrifices that we're going to have to make to be the very best that we can be, not only professionally, but personally as well, emotionally and spiritually. It doesn't just cover one thing, it covers all. If we're spiritually fit, if we're mentally fit, if we're physically fit, and we're doing the things that we need to do, that we can be the best at what we do at right and service, the best at what we can do as technicians at diagnosing and fixing cars, the best at what we can do as far as being service directors, service managers, and all the things that we have to do on a daily basis. So I'll tell you this, one thing we're going to have to do, we're going to have to be willing. So if we want, everybody talks about new goals for the year. Okay. But the thing is, the definition of sanity, Charity, is keep doing the same thing, expecting different results. So we have to do something new. And the only way to really change tomorrow is we have to do something different today. And that's really a matter of what we read, what we listen to, and who we associate with. And we need to get out of our comfort zones, Charity. Our comfort zones are a very dangerous place to be. So if we want to explore the new frontiers in front of us, we're going to have to get on it. We're going to have to actually get to the edge of our comfort zone, because that's where, if you think about it, that's where life really is. Out there, you think you're taking a risk, because there's only two kinds of fear. There's fear of what you know, which we already know, and then there's fear of what you don't know. And I'm telling you from my experience that success is really at the edge of your comfort zone. That's where you meet the people and the challenges, and you tap into the inner resources that you need to go to the next level.
What kind of sacrifices have you made in the last couple years since starting the business, let's say?
Zero. I haven't made any. No. Okay. So it's a great question. Thank you. So I'm 62 years old. 2 years ago, started this company from scratch with my partner, Rick Eckert. That's a big thing. And a lot of people said, Russell, are you crazy? You're 60 years old. You already own a piece of another company. They didn't know a lot about the other company. But that's not the point. The point is, if you're chasing your dreams, you're always going to be surrounded by people that say, you can't do that. I tried that, or that won't work. And I got to tell you, they're interrupted by somebody who just did. And that's me. And it can be you too.
That's really good advice, Russell.
Thank you.
So I would want to know your perspective on what is somebody's sacrifice in their job, in a project, in a relationship? What does that look like to you from your perspective as a business owner, as a family member, a friend?
Well, I mean, a lot of times we think when we do things that we're doing it and it really doesn't affect anybody else, but it actually does. So if we're making any changes in our life, not only does it affect our loved ones, but it also affects our employees and our employers, et cetera. So I think what we need to be conscious, and we need to be careful with what we say, how we say it. We need to be effective in what we're doing. We need to always be looking for new information and new ways of doing things. We need to stay open. We need to stay teachable. I think all those are really important in the sacrifices that people make on a daily basis if you want more out of life. And most of the people, and thank you, everybody out there, even though this is our second episode and we're just getting started, a lot of likes, a lot of plugs, continue to ask you to do that, like us and make comments. We really appreciate it. But I love all of you out there for all the support and the comments that have been made. So thank you.
Yeah, that's been really nice. We've had a great response so far. And, I've been thinking about what it must have been like, especially at first, making sacrifices to start a new business. So what was it like for you? Are sacrifices important to starting a business, to entrepreneurship?
I think so. It was scary. I got to tell you, going back to the fear of what you don't know. But I always found that if you get to that edge like that, and with the relationships I built, my partner and I, we put together a 13-month, very detailed business plan with mock-ups of what we wanted, fixed ops marketing, now leading into what the fixed ops, but what we wanted it to look like. And so he flew down from Oregon, and I set up 3 meetings in one day with potential investors. We drove down to Houston and met with them. By the time we got to the third one in the afternoon, it was that quick. The first one called and said, I'm in for all of it. And all we had is a PowerPoint with mock-ups of what we thought, but he believed in me. He knew me. He'd known me a long time. And he also knew Rick and knew our other partner, Bob Charbonneau. So it was great, but we put everything out there. We had nothing to lose and everything to gain. And because of the dream and the way we put it together, it's amazing that if you associate with the right people, they believe in you. And if they can do anything to help, they're going to do it. And that's exactly what happened. Here I am. And now we're sitting at 200 stores. Our goal this year is 150% increase to 500 stores, which I think will hit very easily just because of what we're doing. It's really phenomenal technology.
Yeah, I've been here from the beginning. I've seen it grow.
Yeah.
I've seen how fast it's worked. We've got some new staff members on board. We've got, we got the wind at our backs, so to speak. So,
let me ask you, Charity.
Sure.
You made sacrifices. You had a great job, and you actually even started before I did, because I was still closing out my other company. So what was it like for you in making the sacrifices and working from home and being part of, building something and having a marketing presence like what we have today, which incidentally, thank you very much for.
Yeah. Well, I came in kind of with that fear of the unknown too. There wasn't a product, not a website, not anything, just an idea. Yeah. And, but I saw the passion in you guys. I saw that, you're serious and you've done it before, which is pretty important. And I was willing to make that jump with you. And
sounds like Niko likes that too.
Yeah, he sure does.
And
he's
Niko,
along for the ride too.
It's our other co-host.
Completely unexpected, having him during the pandemic. So I've always been a working mother, and that's not going to change. So I'm willing to sacrifice to meet my goals, and I think there's power in sacrifice.
Absolutely.
What kind of power do you think is valuable in sacrifice?
Well, I think it gives me a lot of energy, a lot of power, a lot of enthusiasm and excitement to continue going after what I'm going after, because I believe in what I'm doing. And I know you believe in what you're doing. And the people out there that know me and know what we do, they also believe in that too. And so they're hand raisers and said, yeah, let's go ahead and do it. Just because I really believe it's important to undercommit and over deliver if at all possible. Too many people out there that overcommit and underdeliver.
Right. That's true. And I know quite a few people in our industry now, and I bumped into quite a few where, reputation is so important.
It is.
Especially in such a small industry. And, being able to believe in your product, know it works, believe in the people behind it, really gives you power as not just the business owner, but the employee to be
True.
I believe in this product. I believe the people behind it. Everybody is really great at what they do, and it's a strong product. So
it is.
Yeah. So I agree.
So let me tell you something else I see. I've been in the automotive industry for 36 years, but I'm going to tell you, there's a level of excitement and enthusiasm. And it's not just because I'm in the fixed ops arena, or that you and I are just not in the fixed ops arena, but I'm involved in all kinds of podcasts, which some of them I'll be talking about, and some of the people I'm involved with. But the fixed operations side of things is waking up for the first time in a way that I've never seen in 36 years, particularly with their exposure on the digital and marketing side of things, which is something that we directly affect. But also, there's a lot of sacrifices and changes that are going on for all of you out there. You got the millennials, you got the Gen Z and the Gen Yers, and the people that are coming into the marketplace, and how to motivate and work with them differently versus people that have been in the market, in our industry for a long time, and our trials and tribulations and our struggles to get to the top or wherever we want to go to. Well, that's not important to everybody that's coming into the market today. They want time, they want flexibility in their schedules and things of that nature. So these are all the things that I'm involved with, that I hear all of you out there talking about. Some of the things that we're going to be talking about again in the future, and also with some of you that are watching this right now and understanding what your input is. But there's a paradigm shift out there that's taken place. And I hear that word a lot. I don't think a lot of people even know what that means, but a paradigm shift is rules and regulations that establish the boundaries of how we operate by. Those are changing right now. They're in flux as we speak right now. And everybody out there is starting to get it. And the people I'm involved with, they're on the forefront. They're ahead of the game. We're talking about this, and everybody's absorbing and exchanging ideas from other people on the fixed ops side, and even on the variable side as well. So from the vendor side to the inside, technicians, advisors, you name it, there's a shift taking place. A lot more women. We want a lot more women in the industry. These are things that we're talking about on a weekly basis in some of the other rooms that I'm involved with. And I think they're important to you too. Women are going to be an important part of our future. And so we need to make room for that.
Yeah. Brand new target markets.
Absolutely.
Lots of gender changes. What was it? WOCAN is really big right now. They've just been on, I believe, Roundtable,
yes,
Coffee, and we got some great podcasters that are specific to fixed ops as well. Fixed ops Live, Inside Auto, even Wrenchway is doing Beyond the Wrench. So we have lots of fun podcasters.
Yes, we do.
It's really a fun time to be stuck at home doing video.
Right, exactly. That's right.
Well, is there anything else you want to say about sacrificing, Russell?
Just getting up every day, doing what we're doing for our employers, for our employees, and all of you that are watching this and that believe in Cherry and I and our company and what we're doing. Those are the people that I'm involved with on a daily basis online and in other rooms and emails and in conversations with. And everybody's making sacrifices right now because they know they want to be. So here, and I've said this before, there's a lot of opportunity out there right now. This is the reason all of us are talking about this and all these changes, this paradigm shift that's taken place, because an opportunity is not an opportunity when everybody thinks it's an opportunity, Charity. They've already missed it. Mm-hmm. So all the people I'm involved with that we're talking about on the fixed side, we're talking about all these changes taking place. These are the men and women that are on the front end of making sacrifices today to be better at who they are with the people that they're employing tomorrow.
Yeah,
absolutely.
Yeah, there is. It's people that get in on the ground floor, pre-launch type positions that really have the advantage.
Right. You can act like it, that it's not a deal or you're not paying attention to it. But if you're on the social media circles out there, then you're seeing all the women coming into the industry, and they're taking control and taking the lead, and talking about the flexibilities and the schedules and the pay and what it is that people really want out of work, not just to come and grind for 8, 10, 12 hours a day and get yelled at and bitched at all the time. That's not what, that's not exactly. Things are changing.
Yeah, I mean, I do not miss commuting. I do not miss,
right.
In fact, I severely regret taking my older son to daycare at 4 months old. That was very difficult to do as a mom. And, the thing is, it turns out, since working at home, if you let people work at home, they work at home. They do their jobs. They do a good job. I mean, it's, you don't need a leash. And I think it gives people more flexibility.
It does.
I enjoy it. I know that there's a group of people out there that prefer to commute in and they like the socializing. So, a good thing we have Zoom, right?
Right before we started this, of course, Leanne called and we were talking, and she wanted to take a late lunch. And this is kind of how I think all of us should treat our employees. But if you want to take off, Charity, you can take off. You have the flexibility to do it. Everybody in our company, just like everybody in your company, they know what has to get done. Okay. Mm-hmm. Now we should really understand the why. What are the things, in different things motivate different people in different ways. But let me tell you that something that people care about more than anything, just or almost as much as breathing air. They want to know that they matter, that they count, and that they make a difference, and that they're part of something. And if you could convey that to your employees, they'll do whatever they got to do. So if someone calls me and said they want to take off a couple hours earlier to go get something done, go. Everybody knows what they have to get done. And, if you treat people right, they'll work and get done whatever they need to get done. But to also, like you and Leanne and Patty and Tristan and everybody else in the company, they have the flexibility to come and go and take care of things as they come up without feeling some guilt trip of why they can't take off for a couple hours. You don't feel that way, do you?
No. And inversely, I would say I'm willing to come in when I'm not quote unquote scheduled to come
this is
in.
True.
I'm willing.
That's right.
I got to finish something. I got to finish it. And I'll often, not even mention it. I'll be like, well, I'm going to be in my office for a few hours tonight, family. So, and having a baby, sometimes that's easier for me. If I have something that needs a lot of concentration, I can stick him with his dad and and get some work done. So
well, that's a great attitude, Charity. It really is.
Yeah, for sure.
Hey, everybody. Thanks for joining us today on WTF. And that's what the Fixed Ops. Hey, be looking for up and coming episodes. Like us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, you name it. We'll look forward to seeing you next time. Thanks.
Have a good day, everybody.
Have a good day. Bye. Bye, Niko. Bye, Charity. I think that's long enough. Hi, Niko. You're so beautiful. You're so beautiful.